Hi, feeling discombobulated. Usually that's one of my favorite words, and yet sitting here on Wednesday, the 25th of March, 2020, amid everything that we're facing in the world and within ourselves, what I know right now is that just getting that sense of calm, of groundedness, is not only really, really important, but also very, very difficult. 7 years ago, I wrote an article called Hang On to Your Hat. And with your permission, I'd just like to read that to you because so many of those words have been ringing in my ears in recent times. And perhaps this just might help you at this time. The tornadoes that ripped through the border towns of New South Wales and Victoria last week, March 2013, demonstrated once more how insignificant we are in the face of Mother Nature. The chaos in our weather patterns could well be compared with what we see in the world at large. An example of the sunset effect, it illuminates what still requires our attention as we work toward changing what is outmoded in the human condition. Few would question we still have a way to go. Alphonse Carr said, "The more things change, the more they stay the same." What has to change are not things, but us. We have to change, and we have to do that from the inside. If we choose to avoid the reality of our lives or deny where we're at, we leave ourselves not only vulnerable, but powerless to change what we can. To do that, to get out of our comfort zones and let go of the resistance to change, we must first accept responsibility for what we've created in our own lives, albeit to the best of our ability. Face up to the consequences of the choices we've made until now and decide what we're going to do moving forward. And I'd just like to put a brackets here that this is really a collective thing right now as well. If we meet the results of fear with yet more fear, then we will have missed the opportunity. For millennia, we've experienced this as a divided and separated world, juggling the duality of our existence, ever seeking to find the midpoint between opposites, judging that which was different and rarely finding balance or harmony. Where it shows up most is in the relationships between men and women and in partnerships of all kinds. The oneness and unity we are moving toward, which has always been available but camouflaged by fear, will come when we embrace the whole, when we find a way to coexist with all that we have sought to destroy or negate. It is the resistance to whatever that is in our personal lives and the world at large that has served to keep these things in place. Individually and collectively, we have been given enormous challenges, and we are here now to learn how to deal with them. That's called growth or evolution. We have a massive roller coaster to ride before things are going to settle down, and the normal they'll return to is something we can't even conceive of right now. And I did say at that point in time, what an exciting concept. And I imagine that is going to be the case when we get through this. If you're expecting calm waters or a ride on the merry-go-round, you'll most likely be disappointed. If instead you accept the challenge and face it with courage, then everything you need to meet it with will be given to you. Be grateful for what you have in your life that pleases you, and offer encouragement to yourself and others. We can instill courage through the willingness to try something new, no matter how small or scary, and act on the things we instinctively know will make a difference. As the winds of change continue to blow, we need to hang on to our hats, keep our feet firmly planted on the ground, reach out with compassion, and remember to breathe. So I wanted to share that with you because at this point in time, and there's so much sadness, we can either choose to do what we are being asked to do, as challenging and uncomfortable and alienating in some ways as it is. And I don't even know if there is another choice. I know so many people were really looking forward to the end of 2019 because it was such a hard year. And coming into 2020, there was a sense of hope. My understanding of 2020 is that it is about embracing both sides, the light and the dark. And this is where we are right now, at this moment in time in our history. And it is affecting every single one of us. I know for myself, part of the discombobulation is asking myself, how can I help? What can I do? What can I offer? Knowing that I have so much of that, but, not knowing where to start sometimes. Just because we are being asked to do things that essentially are the opposite to what we are meant to be doing or what we are used to, it doesn't mean that we have to distance ourselves from ourselves or one another. This is a time when we really need to connect with our inner being and to reach out to others. You can offer your love and support in so many ways. Pick up the phone, even if that person isn't available. You can leave a voice message and they can hear that. We have so many amazing ways to connect with people all over the world, just as I'm doing right now. And you can have a FaceTime or WhatsApp or Skype or Zoom or any number of ways of connecting with people. Let's help one another to get through this time. Let's focus on what it is that we do have control over and take, whether it's one day at a time or 1 minute at a time, and let's respect that there are many, many people in very difficult circumstances right now. And let's just be there for one another, for ourselves and one another in the best way we possibly can. Giving you all my love, Diane Viola from Positive Relating. Take care.